Did Justin Gaethje really cheat against Paddy Pimblett? From the opening bell, Justin's pressure and power were on full display, but buried in the chaos was something far more controversial. Early in the fight, when Paddy was retreating from Justin's pressure, Justin accidentally poked Paddy in the eye, and he got a warning from the referee for it. Shit happens, so we let that one slide. But here's where the real controversy started. In the second round, Justin caught Paddy's right eye again, this time without an immediate call, point deduction, or reset. Replays clearly show Justin's thumb making contact with Paddy's eye just before Justin sent Paddy to the canvas, which shifted the momentum of the fight. Clearly, the referee must have got poked in the eye too for not seeing this deep thumb poke in Paddy's eye, and Paddy visibly showed he was in pain from the eye poke, and still the ref didn't see it. My guess is Justin paid off the referee, the crafty fucker. Eye pokes are among the most dangerous fouls in the sport, with the potential to severely impair a fighter's vision and drastically affect their performance. They can cause blurred vision, watering of the eyes, and delayed reactions. That's why referees are instructed to treat eye pokes seriously, and they should always keep an eye out for them, which this referee clearly didn't do. Let me know what you think. Do you think Justin poked Paddy's eye on purpose to give himself the upper hand, or was this just an accident? Comment what you think below.
Saw what happened, and I won't let it slide. It's not the first time Justin will do such cheap tricks with poking eyes like those. His fight against Paddy will be his last. And UFC is only for the real fighters, not the...
We may have just witnessed the most shocking moment in UFC history. Forget the brawls. Forget failed drug tests. Forget contract standoffs. What Dana White revealed at an emergency press conference in Las Vegas has altered the sport forever. Justin Gaethje, the newly crowned interim lightweight champion and one of the most violent fan favorites in MMA, has been stripped of his title and banned from the UFC for life. Yes, banned for life. This is not speculation. This is not social media noise. According to Dana White, the punishment stems from what he called the most disturbing, premeditated act of violence ever seen inside the octagon. The eye poke on Paddy Pimblett at UFC 304 was not accidental. It was not gamesmanship. The UFC claims it was a calculated attempt to permanently injure an opponent. Today we're breaking down the decision that stunned the sport, the evidence that
delivered in the main event, capped off with a war. Just give us your thoughts on Justin Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett delivering a 5-round battle.
Yeah, I mean, what a couple. So Paddy Pimblett at the weigh-in yesterday says, I'm going to knock this motherfucker out tomorrow. And I was like, that's interesting. And he never abandoned that game plan. Even when, he got dropped a couple times, I kept waiting for him. I'm like, he's eventually going to have to shoot and try to submit him. Now, I didn't know Paddy Pimblett had a chin like that till tonight. And, yeah, absolute dogfight in a war, and much respect to both guys.
We haven't seen Justin yet, so we don't know what his status is physically. But, I mean, is the interim, is the unification fight have to be next, or is there a case if he's hurt and needs to be out for a while?
Apparently he's 100%. So we sent Paddy Pimblett straight to the hospital, and then we're going to send Gaethje too. And Gaethje's like, believe me, I've been in plenty of wars. I'm good. So
the press conference itself was surreal. Dana White usually defends his fighters, but this time was different. He walked to the podium alone. No belt. No jokes. No smile. Just a sheet of paper and visible anger. He didn't ease into it. He said, "We do not tolerate assault disguised as sport." Then came the revelation that changed everything. The UFC, alongside the Nevada State Athletic Commission, reviewed enhanced corner audio from between rounds 1 and 2. What they allegedly heard ended Gaethje's UFC career on the spot. The audio captures a member of Gaethje's corner instructing him to take away his vision, because the jab was landing too clean. Not hand fighting. Not pressure. Take away his vision. Moments later, the most blatant thumb to their eye foul imaginable occurred. Dana slammed the podium and said, "That is criminal. That is not fighting. We are stripping him immediately. He will never fight in the UFC again as long as I'm alive."
He'd calf kick the fuck out of people. He'd calf kick people where they couldn't take it anymore. He had many TKOs from calf kicks alone. The guy is just a dense fucking ball of muscle, built for fighting.
Man, you didn't wake the... Oh, he poked him. He fucking poked him. No, you're good. You're good, mate. Chicken in a fucking Coca-Cola. Straight poked him. Look. What? That was intentional. Hey, man, nah. You better fucking suck it up, dog. I'm good, mate. I can fucking see. Give me a fucking potato with beans. I'm fucking good, you mushroom. There's your last fucking one, you goddamn mushroom. You Spanish sausage, you. Man, knock his ass out for poking you in the eye now. Knock him out, white boy. you say? I'm a real white boy. Oh! Oh! Boom! Boom! Yeah, wrap him up, wrap him up, wrap him up!
The room fell silent. A lifetime ban. For a fan favorite. For a BMF icon. It sounds unreal until you hear the medical update on Paddy Pimblett. According to reports released this morning, Pimblett underwent emergency surgery to save his retina. The damage is severe, and there is a legitimate possibility that he may never compete again. From the UFC's perspective, allowing Gaethje to walk away with a suspension would open the door to massive lawsuits and a public relations nightmare. They had no choice but to make an example. Still, going from interim champion to lifetime exile in under 48 hours is a collapse that rivals the biggest falls from grace in sports history. Gaethje woke up on top of the division. Tonight, he goes to sleep erased from the rankings, his legacy forever stained.
Justin Gaethje's fought all these fucking monsters his whole goddamn career. Edson Barbosa, Donald Cerrone, Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Habib, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Fiziev twice, Dustin Poirier again, Max Holloway. Like, holy shit. He's fought the elite. So I'd love to see Justin Gaethje get it done. If I had to put, fuck, this is hard. If someone gave me $10,000 to bet with and they said, hey, put it on who you think's gonna win. God. I'm gonna say 60-40. 60-40. 40% chance that Justin Gaethje knocks Paddy Pimblett out. Hits him on his chin. Bunk. Gets dropped. 40% chance, I think. 60% chance this fight, Justin's not able to find him. It's a little bit, it's like a spastic, weird style. He's not.
I would go with the over on this because I think the over-under is like
2.5 rounds.
How many?
2.5 rounds over minus 115.
All right, listen. Again, we have a pretty good record here, but, you know, I mess up once in a while. Yeah, no, it's fine, it's gambling. But I like the over. I like the over. I mean, if Gaethje fights the perfect fight, you never know. You never know. But I know who the judges are probably favoring. Oh, did I say that? I'm sorry. It shouldn't be anything about that. It should just be about what goes on in the cage or in the ring. But I can't help myself but think about things that I see. So maybe, you know, Gaethje would really have to do a job, I think, to get it. Which he could, but I think I probably favor Pimblett a little bit, but at the end of the day, if I had to put my bucks down.
Now let's talk about the fighter reaction because the roster is completely divided. On one side, you have the purists applauding the decision. They're saying, finally. 4 years, eye pokes have been brushed off with warnings. We've seen it with Jones, with Cormier, with Edwards, over and over again. But this was different. This was intent. The audio changes everything. When a foul is planned, it stops being a foul and becomes a weapon. On the other side, fighters are scared. They're asking, is this the new standard? If I make a mistake, am I done forever? Dana addressed that directly. Accidents happen. Premeditation doesn't. This ban is a warning to every gym on the planet. Coach dirty tactics and the UFC will end your career.
Paddy, if he can eat it, I can see Paddy catching Gaethje and maybe almost like a Oliveira fight, you know? Catch Gaethje, hurt Gaethje wobble, and then, you know, get to Gaethje's back or something, maybe subble. You know what I mean? Like, Paddy is very well-rounded. You know, he out-wrestled wrestlers, he out-grappled grapplers. He stands with you. You know, he doesn't care. He throws. You know, everybody be like his chin is in the air. He takes shots. Yeah, he takes shots and he still walk forward. How long will that last? We don't know. And that's the question I have to this fight. Or what his reaction is going to be when Justin Gaethje catches him. Justin Gaethje.
As for Justin Gaethje, his camp has released a brief statement calling the punishment a witch hunt and a gross overreaction to a chaotic fight. They are threatening legal action and insisting the audio was taken out of context. But the damage is done. The public has already made up its mind. You can't unsee the thumb. You can't unhear the audio. And you can't ignore the fact that a rising star is lying in a hospital bed fighting to save his career. The highlight reel era didn't end with a knockout. It ended in disgrace.
I'm not surprised if any of these guys win, because I can see two clear paths to these guys winning. I can see Gaethje catching Paddy, putting him down, finishing him. Then I can see Pimblett catching Pimblett catching Gaethje, maybe knock him out or hurt him enough to where he can get a submission. I think so. Paramount, the UFC did a really great really great job of putting this first Paramount card together. From the main card, the first main card fight to the main event is sick. It's gonna be action packed, and you fans are gonna love it. The new fans are gonna love it. I mean, Gaethje is just violence. Paddy Pimblett doesn't run away from violence. It's gonna be a fun fight. Like I said, I don't know who to choose. I'm not choosing no one. I see both guys. I think this is a coin flip. I think whoever can endure the more damage is gonna win this one.
The ripple effects are massive. The lightweight title is vacant once again. Does Ilia Topuria move up? Does Islam Makhachev return for another reign or a super fight? The division is suddenly in chaos. But bigger than that, the UFC has drawn a hard line. They've made it clear that fighter safety outweighs star power. It's a risky decision. It's a bold one. But it may be the decision that saves the sport's credibility. Dana White looked at the evidence and chose integrity over pay-per-view numbers. And even his harshest critics are quietly acknowledging that today.
When you look at Paddy Pimblett, keys to Paddy Pimblett has got to be dynamic. We're starting to see Paddy Pimblett become more comfortable inside the octagon. So the key for them one for Paddy Pimblett is be dynamic, meaning that if Justin Gaethje puts you against the cage, don't be scared to do a flying triangle. If Justin Gaethje tries to go for a dump, go for a Kimura, because 9 out of 10 times when he does that, he's able to turn it into something that favors him in the fight. Key tip number 2, grapple. When you look at Justin Gaethje's past fight, when people grapple him that have a good grappling ability, he seems to have hard times with grapplers, where people, when people drop him, Charles Oliveira dropped him, he crossed the volley, jumped on him, got his back, submitted with a rear naked choke. You look when he fought Habib took him down, passed his guard, mounted him, got a triangle from top and rolled to his back. Now I feel like Paddy Pimblett has that grappling ability that can oppose some problems to Justin Gaethje.
So where does this leave us? We're watching the tragic end of one of the most electrifying careers in MMA history. Justin Gaethje gave us wars. He gave us violence. He gave us unforgettable moments. But he crossed a line that martial arts cannot allow. He chose a shortcut and it cost him everything. As for Paddy Pimblett, the entire MMA community is behind him. We hope he recovers. We hope he returns. And even if he doesn't, his suffering has exposed a dark corner of the sport that needed to be confronted.
8 years ago, what's like the first thing that comes to mind when you think of that fight with Justin?
That I'm glad it's over and I never want to do it again. I'm like, the fans don't ever ask for a rematch or anything like that, because that would have never. I'm glad. He's unique, man, and he's one of my favorite guys to watch. So but if you want to beat Justin Gaethje, you have to. So he's a forward fighter and a pressure fighter that he will stand in the pocket. And he's gonna throw everything he got in that pocket. If you don't meet him, you'll get chewed up. So Paddy, the way to beat a guy who does this, very violent, aggressive pressure fighter, you have to meet him. You have to throw when he throws. So you got to be brave, and you have to go when he goes in between his shots. If you do that, you got a fair shot. If you don't do that, if you're not brave and courageous and throw when he throws in between his shots, it's going to be a really long night. It's going to be a hard night for you.
Now I want to hear from you. Is a lifetime ban too extreme? Should this have been a 2-year suspension instead? Or did Dana White make the right call by cutting it off immediately? Does the audio prove intent, or is Gaethje being made a scapegoat? This is the biggest MMA story of the decade, and the comments are about to explode. Drop your thoughts below. Like the video if you support fair play in MMA. Subscribe for updates on Paddy's recovery and the legal battle ahead. This wasn't just a fight. It was the end of an era. Thanks for watching.